All right, and welcome on into DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. We are actually here for our DMS birthday Sub-a-thon one-shot, but before we jump into that, I do kind of want to get some stuff out and about information-wise. Our regular weekly schedule here in DMS Adventurers Tavern is on Mondays. We normally have our Dragon of Icespire Peak D&D game, which will be back next Monday, and there's rumors to be a dragon. Then on Friday, we have our Eberron Oracle of War D&D game, and then on Saturday, we have our Strict 7 College of Chaos adventure. Thank you, Cindy, for your 18-month subscription, and I do see that treat time. Tor, could you do treat time for me, please? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and yay! All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with this. Just a friendly reminder: we are doing a subathon, but also as always, we are raising money for Extra Life. If you feel that would be somewhere you would like to donate to, we are accepting donations for that as well. All right.
Oh, do we have a Extra Life team link that we can put in chat by any chance?
We do. Give me one second.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. I actually have. I think I still have the Extra Life tabletop weekend. Yep.
Oh, awesome. Perfect. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, so we are currently at $300, but we are working our way up slowly but surely. All right, so with all of that, our one shot today is being oops, there we go. Forgot to bring up a thing. Well, our one shot today is actually came out at a con in 2020, so this is a fairly recent one-shot at NukeCon, so that is very cool. All right, it is called One Fowl Soup. Yep, I just didn't want to tell you all that so that you didn't kind of get a good thing here, but we have what is one of my favorite things, and that is we have a bunch of level 1 characters. So, what could go wrong, right? I mean, hey, what could go wrong? What we're going to do is, if we could go through, we have our characters here, and we're going to go through and introduce them. And if you would tell us a little bit about your character, I would appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and start left to right. That would be Fox Aura, played by Cindy.
Hello, everybody. Fox Aura is a older. She's had a life as a entertainer up to this point. She was a poet. She's a fairy. She is 38. She has pink hair, very light colored skin. And she got into this adventuring world solely to step away from being in the spotlight so much. But maybe she can find a different way to get in the spotlight.
So shift the spotlight over, it's fine. Okay. All right, and then that brings us to our next member, Renton, played by Steve.
Hello, everybody. Renton is a gnome fighter who's a bit of a prize fighter, you'd say. Not quite a gladiator, but delves into those games. So, yeah, not much about him. I think gnomes look pretty long, so he's like 97.
Okay.
And yeah. Not much more than that.
Okay. All right, then that brings us to our only non-level 1 character. Then that would be, how are you pronouncing it? Yildiris?
Yildiris.
Okay. Played by
yeah,
Craig.
I unfortunately jumped the gun at DragonCon and did a virtual session with Yildris. Yildris is a Wood Elf Arcana cleric. He is an alkalite of, and I hope I get this right, Rilliphane Ralathil. And is, while devout, is also kind of torn between the natural side of being a Wood Elf and his affinity for kind of the High Elven side of pure magic. He can wield both to some extent. Age-wise, in human years, he's about 140. So young by Elven standards, but certainly been around longer than most of the shorter-lived races.
Okay. All right. And yes, you are level 3, correct?
I am level 3.
Okay. So yeah, we have, it's not a bad plan to have a group of level 1 characters and a level 3 cleric. So, I mean, if there's one that's going to be level 3, that's not a bad one to have. All right. That brings us to our next person, and that would be, how are you pronouncing it, Tor?
I'm going with the last name, Golddew.
Okay. That works. Golddew.
I'm going with the easy one.
Not working with the first name. All right, perfect. I like it. All right, so
I like the look of it. No idea how to say it.
Golddew. Okay. All right.
I'm a verbal druid. I've basically just been out in nature my whole life. And I want to protect people and nature. Not people who hurt nature, but, I just kind of like to chill out and hang out in nature and enjoy it.
Okay. Kind of a little bit of the opposite of the real life right now, because we definitely don't want to hang out outside in nature. It's 106 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. All right, so then that brings us to our next person, which would be Cooper. How are you pronouncing it? Larafe?
You can pronounce it as Leaf.
Leaf.
I prefer Leaf.
Leaf? Okay.
Leaf is a Triclee. He is also, he used to be a gladiator, some kind sword seal in his main hands, and a hand crossbow with his Esther 2.
Yes, your character has 4 arms instead of just 2. Okay.
He's a pretty well-known gladiator, but he started to, start adventuring, see what else he can fight, and, check new sites.
Okay.
He doesn't talk much to people unless he basically do hand signs and say, will you want me to talk to you up here? And he points to his head, basically.
Okay. Okay.
Despite being a fighter, he likes to be polite.
That's nice of him. Okay, and then that brings us to our last adventurer. And how are you pronouncing that, Bob?
It's Zorsmala.
Zorsmala. Okay.
Mala. And Zorsmala is she's a mercenary. She's originally from Kalimshan. She is a Yonti. I'm not going to say what the player handbook used to call them because it's a thing.
Uh-huh.
But, so she's not purebred.
Okay.
But, so she spent a lot of time going up and down from Kalimshan to Baldur's Gate and beyond along the coastline. And she eventually was enlisted by the Flaming Fist of Baldur's Gate. But let's just say that being a large woman has been a problem in military circles.
Okay.
And she's had some issues, so she dropped out of there and she got rid of her heraldry and any insignia and has become a mercenary.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, I am super excited to have all of our new adventurers here. Now, through your adventuring days, all of you have just kind of started working your way up and down the Sword Coast, and as you do, as you travel, you learn things about each of the locations that you travel through. Now, there's always, there's always that if you're going through this area, you should probably not go to this restaurant or this tavern or this, whatever. Well, there's also, of course, the opposite, and that is, a good restaurant or tavern to stop at. Now, that being said, you all have found yourselves with arriving at a town just on the Sword Coast, just south of the Waterdeep area, in a place known as Elmwood. Elmwood itself is quite a bustling elven community, traditionally of elven descent, but still very mixed. Now that more so now than it used to be. But that being said, there are a couple of locations here within Elmwood that have started making a name for themselves. There's 2 taverns specifically that have been known to have some very wonderful food. One of which is known as the Jagged Drumstick. And it is the Jagged Drumstick that we actually start our adventure. As you have just arrived at the Jagged Drumstick and have just entered into the location. All right, let's go ahead and get that music changed over to some tavern music. All right, there we go. And all right. So you see in kind of over in the corner, you see that there is a dragonborn bard strumming on his lute. As you pass through the front door, you smell delectable scents of oven-roasted chicken, stewed rabbit, and even freshly baked bread welcomes you to the Jagged Drumstick. All around you, patrons telling tall tales of adventures over pints of uniquely brewed ales. There's a group of halflings that swing past you as they dance to the dragonborn fiddler that is strumming his lute. Laughter and cheers fill the establishment as barkeeps and servers sling ales and dishes all around. Now, at the time of your arrival, it is kind of an early afternoon. And even with that, you notice that this tavern itself is quite hoppin'. And it is at as you're trying to figure out where to have a seat, a female half-orc server notices you as she's carrying a tray of ales to another table, and she says, "Well, welcome to Jagged Drumstick. There's a table right over there that if you'd like to have a seat, I'll be right with you." And she points to a table that has just become empty right here. As she moves to go and refill some drinks to and food to another table, before coming back over towards you, her little notebook in hand, and kind of, she says, "Well, haven't seen you guys here before. Do you're not around here from around here, are you?" I know there's not a lot of spots around, but I mean, if you're willing to share a table, there's this table just opened up.
Oh, I think we would love to. We've heard good things about this place. We definitely wanted to try it.
Well, all right then. We've got several specials tonight if you're interested, or chef will cook up just about anything that you want. If there's a special request or anything. Tonight's specials, we've got a a Moonsea famous baked chicken. I'm sure you smelled that as you came in. We've also got some stewed rabbits with some locally grown sweet potatoes. And, well, I gotta say, this one's my favorite. A chicken piccata with this wonderful white wine sauce. And these little green berry things. I don't remember what the chef called them, but they're just brilliant. But that's the food meals for today. We also have some special drinks that are happening today too. I mean, if you're not just looking for the bottom of the everywhere you can go ale, we've got some specials that are special to this area. It's called a heroic Harbeck Hafferstein. Then we've got some Fandelver Farmhouse Ale. We've got some Beholder Barley Wine. We've got some Eye of the Chicken Triple Imperial. And, of course, we've got our famous Moonsea Mimosas.
Oh, I definitely have to try one of those mimosas. That sounds amazing. I love anything with a sparkle.
Oh, it's definitely got some sparkle to it. Definitely does. Okay.
Please, I would like something that doesn't spark.
Okay, we can definitely take care of that for you. No problem.
Something strong.
Okay, we've got some definitely strong drinks I can get for you. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Okay. Anything else?
I'll have one of the ales, and I'll try that famous chicken too.
Okay. Perfect.
And I like the chicken with the berries. That sounds interesting.
It's quite good. I gotta admit, it is quite good. Yeah, definitely quite good.
The chicken with berries and the farmhouse ale.
All right, I'll get that right out for you. Okay, anybody else?
Leaf will just single his hands, just a drink.
Okay, no problem. By the way,
Just
so
a
you know,
drink, too.
that is the list of specials for today. All right. So, yep, no problem. All right, I will get that right up for you. And you see, she goes back and she puts the order in and goes about making the drinks. And at this point, you've got a group of people you can kind of introduce yourselves to each other or whatnot. All of that fun start of an adventure in a tavern sort of situation. Okay.
I'll introduce myself. I'm Gildris, a follower of a follower of Rilliphane Relithil. So I am an alkalite and have some healing and wizard abilities.
Well met, friend. Well met.
It is not too long that she brings out the drinks, handing out ale to those that just said they wanted to drink. She brings you the mimosa. She, just kind of going down, and like you can tell, this person has worked here for a while. She definitely knows her stuff, and she says, your food will be out in just a couple minutes. Chef's back there working on it right now. Let me know if you need anything. And she heads back behind the bar, and she is slinging drinks, and it is an art form what she's doing. So
Leaf will drink his drink, and he will be very pleased with it.
okay. I mean, it's pretty good, and that mimosa, that is probably the best mimosa you have ever had.
Never had a mimosa before.
Yeah.
So, Okay.
I am happily sipping on my mimosa, but since I am so small, I have to sip small, or I could be a little tipsy real fast.
real fast. Mala, that the drink that you actually ended up, because you asked for something strong. Your drink is quite strong, and as you take that sip, it's good to start, and then all of a sudden there is a kick in the back of your throat, and you're like, oh, I get it. Okay, all right, and yeah, it is quite good, and it is quite strong. So, all right. Okay.
I'll just start eating and.
Well,
kind of
so she
How
just
do you
brought
want
drinks. She didn't
everything?
bring food. She just brought drinks.
I'll say I'm cold too, and sip on my drink and just chill.
Okay. After what seems like only a few minutes later, you see a rather tall, slightly plump human man in a chef coat carries a tray of sizzling food and heads over to your tables and says, "Welcome to my tavern. I am Fogmore Vurick Fraser III Jr., but you can just call me Chuck. I'm glad that you have chose to spend your afternoon and evening with us. It's not often we get such a fine group of adventurers like yourselves through our door. I'm sure that you have many stories to tell. Tell you what, share a quick story, and the ale is on the house tonight."
He just wanted a story.
Of course.
Hmm.
And as he
I-
passes out the food, and then he literally has a seat at the table with you.
Well, if everyone wants to hear, I might present a story,
Okay.
but I pointed at him and toward the rest of the group that's nearby that's watching this.
Mhm.
Like I said, say, can I have your permission and point it on top of my head? Is-
Sure. I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm willing to try anything once.
As he said that, the antennas on top of my head make a noise, and you hear, "Why, thank you, great sir. I'll gladly tell you a story if you want to hear it." And that's what everyone hears.
Okay.
They accepted it.
Okay. So you tell him a story about your past?
I tell the story of one of my many battles I did,
Okay.
where I had to face two people by myself. Very made out of lie, but I was victorious all the same.
Nice. Well, my friend, the ale is on the house for you tonight. And he turns
most thank you.
towards the bartender, and he says, "This one, drinks are on me."
I have a story.
Oh. As he looks across at you.
So, Sorsmala will tell the story of chasing down some pirates and boarding their ship. And she'll talk about one particularly plump pirate and point at Chuck's belly
Uh-huh.
and explain that she eviscerated him and strangled 3 other pirates with his entrail.
Oh!
Brutal.
So you see Chuck, he is shocked, and he's like, "Oh, that took a turn where I didn't think it was going. Okay. All right, drinks for you as well. Does anyone else have a story that they would like to share?
I'll share a tale of when I was at the Dinsing night market and how me and my brother Leorin stopped a rash of vandalism and someone trying to stir things up, but not through the use of magic or arms, but by the playing of market games. And then I'll particularly talk about how difficult it is to make prawn patties when you are actually having to fight the giant prawn yourself. There was a spicy pepper eating contest, and just sort of stressing on the more unusual nature of the way to succeed.
Oh, wow, that is quite a tale indeed. Wow, well, we definitely know where to go if we have a eating contest, it seems. Okay. Well, I guess it is time for me to get back to the kitchen and make sure that none of that chicken back there is burning, but I will. Well, let me know if there's anything else that we can get for you. And you see that he stands up from the table and starts to head back to the kitchen when the front door of the tavern slams open, and you see a very flamboyantly dressed gentleman steps inside. A half-elf male dressed in gold embroidered chef robes enters the Jagged Drumstick. And it is at that point the tavern falls silent, as all heads turn to stare at this newest guest. As you're looking at this gentleman, you see Chuck turns and he says, "Oh my God, Caldorvis!" As he rushes to the door to embrace this elf. He says, "What brings you to the Jagged Drumstick this fine evening?" And as you see, he kind of takes a step back, gives him a little bit of room, and the high elf responds, "Well, it is a challenge of sorts. You have been selected to compete in the next episode of the Adamantine Chef against Sam Pippin of Sam Pippin's Kickin' Chicken." With that, everybody is just shocked, and the music and everything starts back up. All right. So with that,
I applaud.
Mm-hmm. Everybody give me a history check, please.
This one.
This should go well. Okay. Perfect, Bob. I like it.
She's not from here.
I know. That was why it was really funny. All right. So, let's see here. So that 19, and actually the 16 would kind of give you a little bit as well. So you have heard of the Adamantine Chef competition run by Caldorus Caddis, which is a very famous chef from Waterdeep. He is known to travel the countryside looking for the best tavern in certain spots, and he, it seems, has come to Elmwood to find out which of these two taverns is the best. Now, that 19 and 16, you know that he has written very popular cookbooks and hosts the competitions between tavern chefs, known as the Adamantine Chef. And yeah, it seems that that there is a cook-off in place. All right. So as you hear them kind of go over, take a seat at the bar, and start discussing the particulars of this situation, you kind of overhear that Sam Pippin, the owner of Sam Pippin's Kickin' Chicken, is the owner of the other tavern that you guys had had heard of, yeah. So it seems that this is gonna happen, and it isn't too long after that you see this celebrity chef himself head upstairs, as he seems to be staying here at the tavern. And as you look over at Chuck, he seems a little overwhelmed. But it isn't too long before he comes back over to your table and he says, "Now, that was quite interesting. I was not expecting that. Are you
ready for this competition?
Oh, by no means, no. Are you by chance going to be here for a couple days? Or perhaps be inclined to make a bit of coin, if you could?"
Making a bit of coin always sounds like a worthwhile endeavor.
I just want to see what happens. I'll stay around.
Well, I was wondering if I might be able to hire you to help me with this competition to, well, put Sam Pippin back in his place. You see, I believe that he is intentionally trying to steal my customers by enticing them with free drinks and subpar cheap chicken. He says that his tavern's motto is hospitality first, but he's often arrogant and haughty to other tavern chefs in town. I mean, Sam's been a rival of mine for many years now, but, you know, he claims to have the best oven-roasted chicken, but we all know that that's not true, that I do. I mean, hell, you've tried it. It is the best chicken in Elmwood. But I was wondering if I might be able to hire you to help me acquire some rare ingredients for a dish that I've been working on that I'm sure will impress the judge and win the recognition of being the best tavern in Elmwood.
If this Pippin has Zin trails, we can put him in his...
Well, don't get me wrong. There are days that I definitely want to do that, but I do really want to win this competition without killing any person. I mean, you know, I do want to win this and prove that we are the best, not just because we are the only.
Well, if you are in search of fame and fortune, I am here to help.
Well, I mean, you know, the fame and fortune is not something that I strive to look for, but I'm definitely not turning it down if it comes my way, as it has. You see, okay, okay, I can do that. I'll roll insight on you there, Bob. That is an 18.
Okay, she looks a little disappointed that she's not killing some.
Okay. And as kind of, he looks over at her and he says, "Now don't get me wrong. There is ingredients that will need to be taken care of that will involve some killing. And I mean, if that is what you would like to do, you are more than welcome to do that. But as for taking out Sam and his staff, I would much rather not have any people murdered in this situation. But you see, I'm making this dish, and I believe that with the use of the right ingredients, that it will be the most perfect of dishes. But there's this rare truffle that I haven't been able to locate. But I just acquired this truffle hunting animal that I believe will be able to locate it. However, I haven't had a chance to go out and do that. And, well, I don't know if any of you have ever been truffle hunting before, but sometimes it can take, well, a while to do so. And I have a lot of things to get ready for as the hunt as the competition is in 2 days' time.
I've been truffle hunting.
You have been truffle hunting.
Yes.
You know that with a animal guide, it is easier to find the truffles. And even with those animals, sometimes it can take a while. It can take up to several hours to find 1 or 2 truffles. Thus the reason that they are so rare.
I would love to help. I love truffle hunting.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, finish up your drinks and your meals here, and I will go and get you get that animal ready to go, and well, let's just say it is a good night for truffle hunting. So, with that, you guys can all finish up your meals and your drinks. And, all right. He goes through and he calls you all to the back of the tavern. You go through the kitchen and, you find that the smells that you smelled out in front were nothing compared to the glorious smells that you have back here in the kitchen. And there is, like, you see, there's a bunch of people working on just about everything here. You see chefs, well, sous chefs, and you see line cooks, and you see dishwashers, and like it's an abundantly busy situation. But you see Chuck pulls you out the back door and over to what looks to be a chicken coop. And you see that there is a large amount of chickens here within the chicken coop. But one seems to be larger than the rest. Like, most of them are normal sized, small creatures, but one of them seems to be a little bit bigger than the rest. And as Chuck opens the coop, he calls over and he says, "All right, Marge, you're up." And you see this, what looks to be a large chicken comes out of the coop, and he says, "Well, first things first, please let me introduce Right? Tell him Large Marge sent you. Exactly. He says, let me introduce you to Marge. Marge, the truffle chicken. Now, Marge here is,
That's adorable.
right?
Is it a big chicken?
It is
One might say large.
It is, well, it's medium. But, first things first, have you noticed any strange blue lights in the forest as you've been traveling? It's quite a magical sight, really. They are the spores of the rare Lucidian Allocaretus, also known as the Elwood truffle. And he says, that is what I am seeking. Now, this truffle, medium March, I mean, that works. This truffle can only be found for a few weeks this time of the year, and can only be found in a small patch in the nearby woods of Elmwood. Every year, dozens of adventurers travel to Elmwood to see the spectacular spore lights drifting through the night sky. The truffles themselves are next to impossible to find. But fear not. With Marge's help, and, well, another trick up my sleeve, I think that you should be able to find them quite simply. For you see, they can be difficult to dig up. That is, if you don't have Marge, the truffle chicken, and this handy lantern here. As he pulls out an old rusted lantern from next to the coop, and then he comes back and he picks up Marge, and he says, well, this here is Marge, and this is my my lantern of truffle hunting. And you see this large, it is what is in essence a lantern of revealing, but in this case it is a lantern of truffle hunting. He says, in order to see the spore orbs better, you will need to make sure that you have the truffle lantern lit and shining. For the recipe, I think that I will need 3 truffles. Any questions?
Nope, I think we can understand.
I think we can handle this.
Okay, and you see that the lantern itself has a bunch of mud caked to the bottom, as if it has been sitting outside for quite some time.
I'm gonna introduce myself to Marge,
Okay, and
who can, to a limited extent, understand me because I'm a furbolg.
you are a furbolg. Yep. Okay. That is true. You definitely can. All right. And so as hold on. Okay. I felt that one coming just enough time to cover the microphone and not sneeze on the microphone. All right. So with that, and following a roughly drawn map given to you by Chuck, you head out into the Elmwood Forest with your trusty truffle hunting chicken by your side. You head off into the Elmwood Forest, and it's about a short 30-minute or so walk from the Jagged Drumstick. And the Elmwood Forest itself is an ancient and dark forest. There's rocky hills, and, well, like most things within the forest, there is always some quite dangerous creatures out here. Now, during the day, it would be a much more welcoming situation. But at night, the landscape itself is complete darkness. Now, with that being said, if I remember correctly, at least 2 of you do not have dark vision. I don't believe that the furbolg does or the fairy does.
I think the fairy does.
Nope. Fairy does not have dark vision. Leaf, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. What about you, Mala? Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then, that is that. Okay. Okay. So, with that, you have who has taken the lantern of truffle
I
hunting?
would have taken it and no one takes it.
Okay.
I took the chicken.
You took the chicken. Perfect. All right. Now, this lantern itself holds enough oil to burn for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. So, with the light, if you have it going, you definitely have enough light for the rest of your party to see. Now, in order for you to be successful in doing this, you must first locate the spores. And that is going to consist of a group perception check. If you guys, as a group, have a successful perception check, Marge the truffle chicken gets to work digging up the truffle. So,
Okay.
I need everybody to please give me a perception check. Oh, we're doing good so far. Natural 20, nice. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one. There it is. Okay. Okay. Crap. All right. So, let's see here. Okay. Okay. So, you kind of balance out a little bit. All right. Let's see here.
That's 50-50.
Yeah, it's about 50-50. Yeah. Okay, so...
I mean, I guess a 7.
Yeah, 17 and the 20, or the two 20s cancel out the 6s, and then you've got a 17 and an 11. Okay. Yeah, I would say that is just barely on the line to be a success.
Very.
Barely. Barely. Having spotted the very minuscule blue glowing spore of the elmwood truffle, Marge the truffle chicken lets out a very large cluck cluck caw caw and immediately runs over and starts digging into the ground with her beak. After a brief excavation, she proudly puffs out her chest and lets out a triumphant cluck cluck. In the excavated hole, you find a fist-sized lump of fungus. No doubted, the elmwood truffle. 1 down, 2 to go. And
Go, Marge.
all right.
Go, Marge.
So with that, I need another perception check, please.
Well, I had the feeling it's going to be a natural 1 this time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? I mean, that was almost a natural 1 right there, Tor.
Why would a druid know what they're doing?
I mean, right? Why would a druid be perceptive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm 1 second.
Yep.
I'm running behind.
That's okay. I'm just making sure.
It's me.
Okay. All right. That was both better and worse in some instances, but the guidance does help with that. So that is a second successful spot as you see another glowing area very minuscule area before Marge runs over and underneath the foliage of this tree, having spotted another one, she lets out another triumphant cluckety-cluck, and again immediately runs trudging through the forest floor with its beak. In the excavated hole, you find a similar fist-sized lump of fungus. Off in the distance, you notice a group of silent floating lights, much larger than the minuscule spore glow. Almost seeming to notice you, the floating lights seem to disappear.
You have any idea what could those lights be?
Give me a history check, please.
Is that all of us or
Sure,
us?
sure.
Okay.
Why not? We'll just have everybody doing all the things today. I'm good with that. Okay. You know what? It might be like, Foxora, you think it might be like will-o-wisps, but they're the wrong color. But that's what they remind you of. Other than that, Renton, you have no idea. Do you think this is your regular Monday character or what?
Somebody's running around with a torch out there.
Exactly. All right.
What color do we see?
They're white.
They're white. Okay.
They're white. Yep.
And the truffle ones are blue?
They are blue, yes. Kind of similar to what is on this map in the little blue lighted areas. Kind of more like that color. All right, so you need one more truffle. So I need you to make one more perception check.
Think we had.
Oh, look, there it is.
Oh,
There it is. There it
We
is.
had to have that to counteract the nat 20.
We don't have to.
I mean, but you really do. You really, really do. Now, okay. Here's the thing. There is a complications table for this. And some of them are really bad. Some of them are very bad. But with that natural one, although it will let you succeed as a group, I will say, Renton, that you find yourself stuck in a mud hole. I need an acrobatics check from you, please.
Do I see Renton get stuck?
You do.
Okay, so can I at least go over and sort of give him an assistance to get out of this hole?
You gonna spot him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, grab his hand and try and pull him out with as well as him trying to push out.
Okay.
Type thing.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not very big, so.
Let's make
Does
it.
he look in danger?
No,
Does he look in danger?
it looks like he found a spot of the ground that was just a lot softer, and his foot sunk.
Wait, why am I up to my waist? I'm only 3 feet tall.
Oh, you're gonna cast Mold Earth? Okay. All right, easily enough, you mold the earth underneath him to push up, and all of a sudden, Renton, you are out of the mud with no problem.
And I'll do a little acrobatic push.
Okay.
I'm
Look
afraid
at that! Look at that!
Whoa.
I'm afraid I can't clean the mud off you, but hope that helped.
There you go. I mean,
I
that
say
was
many things. You'll just
one of those. I'm like, that natural one deserves something. And literally, the worst part of that was if you failed your acrobatics check, you lost a shoe.
Oh man.
So I'm like, yeah, that one's not going to actually hurt you. So we're good. All right. So with that group perception, you see that having spotted another blue glowing spore, Marge the truffle hunting chicken runs over and gets to work unearthing the final truffle. The large floating lights that you spotted earlier again appear, this time just a stone's throw away from you. The lights seem to approach closer and then closer as all of you are, I assume, going to be like kind of towards the chicken. I assume that's where you guys would be.
I'm like right next to her here now.
Okay. And it is as she is revealing the last of the truffles, you all see the lights kind of come together, and as they approach, you see revealing another group of adventurers, all wearing matching cloaks, step into the clearing. These cloaks are emblazed with the emblem of Sam's Pippin's Kickin' Chicken emblazoned on their back. And as they kind of step apart a little bit, you see this group. And before one of them looks to be a human man, kind of steps up and says, "Hand over the truffles or we'll have to have a truffles truffle."
Oh my god. Please.
We don't need to scuffle if you want a truffle.
Well, then hand them over.
Hey, the guard's supposed to be doing that.
I think they're bluffing.
You think they're bluffing?
We're in a bit of a kerfuffle.
You are in a bit of a kerfuffle. See, I told you this one was going to be fun. So, my friends, what do you do? Oh,
like
I actually forgot something. You guys, there's two other members of their party, and I forgot about them. As you see, standing on either side of them are two large dogs, mastiffs to be specific, being held by each of the people on the end.
Oh no.
I thought that was his name. I'm like, wow, that's pretty specific.
Right. Nope. Two large dogs. So it seems where you had a truffle hunting chicken, they had non-truffle hunting mastiffs. As clearly they have not found any truffles.
I see a West Side Story Jets and Sharks type of
Right.
somebody snapping their fingers.
Mm-hmm. So you see that this group is made up of a couple of humans, a dragonborn, a couple of elves, and these two mastiffs. So, what do you do?
We will not be giving up these truffles.
I'm going to laugh at them.
What do you mean you're not giving up these truffles?
Go find your own truffles.
We'll give them up.
See? You should listen to him.
After you put me down, you can have.
Oh boy. But at this point, I have my rapier, shield, and crossbow out, because something tells me a fight's gonna happen.
Okay.
I ask Siren, because he's kind of at the front. How much did your boss pay you?
Enough to take those truffles from you.
Well,
As you see now, they are starting to draw weapons and get closer.
Well, we tried.
And you see this, like, this is a halfling. They're standing up on the stone. So what are you doing? You see that they all are armed with swords. As they all pull out swords. Some, most of which look like scimitars. There's a couple that have crossbows, but most of them have chosen to pull out their scimitars. And they're trying their best intimidation. I mean, it's not necessarily working well, but they're trying.
I'm gonna bring
I
up
see.
my staff just in front of me, ready.
Okay.
So Sorsmala will start walking towards.
Okay. Okay, so you're casting Shillelagh. All right.
I call over to Toby and say, that scimitar doesn't even look sharp.
How would you know? Come over and I'll show you how sharp it is.
I have gnomish eyes. I can see it from here. You look to be shaking.
Roll me an intimidation check, please. Perfect. You see, he
Girl.
really is shaking. He says, Siren just says, just hand him over. We don't have to fight about this. Just hand him over and we get you some more.
You get you some. Leave March alone.
I mean, if y'all had just stayed with the pigs in your pig pen, y'all would be in a much better situation to find truffles. Maybe y'all should go back to your pig pen.
With that is the one that kicks it off. You see
it's
the
on
the
now.
Dragonborn comes up and just takes a swing
Oh,
at this
crap.
fairy that called them a pig. I mean, misses, clearly. But with that,
damn.
Yep. With that, it is on. I want to point out, you had several options of how this could go. And I knew, based on you guys as players, how this was going to go. I was like, yep, they're gonna fight. Yep,
You have 3 fighters.
I'm like,
I was trying to talk
they're gonna
to
fight. You were insulting them.
No, it wasn't. Well,
I
Yeah,
was,
well,
I was
yeah,
so tempted to just hit him with the magic missile and just kick it off.
Right.
Well, I clearly have
I
rolled quite.
I was just simply trying to give them some pointers on how to find truffles.
Well, so
Truffle
just
pigs are
so
much better than truffle dogs.
right. Truffle chickens clearly are better than truffle dogs too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the module actually gives you like several options. It's like combat, social, or teamwork. Yeah, no, the other 2 were not options. Nope. All right, with that, Renton, it is you up first.
Okay, I'll since I talked to him, I'll run over to Toby.
I told Tor, I'm like, I worked so hard I even named the NPCs.
Yeah, and I'll take a swing.
Okay. I mean, on it. So now that you're looking at these guys, they all have leather armor on, and that 12 will just hit.
Oh, gee.
Good.
Okay, for 9 points of damage. He immediately you swipe at him, and he immediately is bloodied.
Oof.
You took a good chunk out of him. All right. That brings us to Mala.
All right, who's this? Right, Siren
Yep.
is the closest.
Uh-huh.
Is this one standing on a rock or
He
something?
is. Yep.
All right, I'll strike at Siren. Well, I'm tall. I'm 7'3".
Yeah, you can swipe
Can
at
I
either
reach
one of them.
Siren? Maybe?
You can
I'll reach.
either one of them.
And I've got my shield.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hit it. Oh, that's.
Okay.
Welcome to first level.
Welcome to first level. Yep, exactly. It's one of those days. Welcome to first level, where you don't have a lot of hit points and you don't have a lot of hits. There we go. We'll turn that one down because that turned up really loud. I'm sorry. All right. So, Leaf, that brings us to you.
The music is awesome.
Thanks.
Seeing how... What they try to hit the halfway on the rock?
Did you end up going for the halfling or the human, Bob?
This one on the
On the
rocks.
rock, okay.
Or Wanzi.
Wanzi? Yeah. That would be the halfling.
Being how they dodge the attack, I'll try to hit it with my hand crossbow.
Okay. That will definitely hit. Alright, 7 points of damage. And you notice that they also are bloodied. Keep in mind, level 1, they're not a whole lot of hit points either. Okay.
Sure.
Yildiris.
I will cast Bless on our 3 fighters. So
Okay.
the Wraith, Zormala, and Renton all have been blessed.
Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Ooh,
Check
I
off
feel
that spell.
so much power now.
And that'll be it.
Okay. And there we go. Alright. So it is their turn. We're going to start up here at the top, and the Dragonborn will take another swing at the fairy.
That will hit.
Pretty sure that one would hit, yeah?
That hits.
Okay.
Yep.
So that is 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. This one is going to come right there, go for Leaf. That's also a 21 to hit for 6 points of damage. Let's see here. There we go. We've got the 2 that are right there on Mala. So with the human, so Siren. Does an 18 hit you?
An 18? I think that's just what you need. Let me
Okay.
check. Yes, that's just what you need.
All right, so that's 3 points. And then the halfling tries and misses. Kind of slips on the rock a little bit because the rock's kind of covered with their blood. This one, you know what? Let's see. They're going to go... No, they'll go right here. All right, and so you've got 2 on you. So that one is the first one, and the second one. I don't think either one of those hits you.
No. 14.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, and so then we have the dogs, as they are actually NPCs. So this one will try to bite you. Try being the keyword. Nope. And this one, what's his movement? Will come around with just enough movement to get to the chicken, but go for Gold Dew.
Protect the chicken!
I'm pretty sure that 11 does not hit you.
Nope.
Okay. All right, so that brings us back to our fairy friend.
Okay, I am going to bonus action give, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration
Mm-hmm.
to, let's see, Gold Dew.
Okay.
So that's my bonus action,
Okay.
and that's a D6. And then I am going to cast Thunderclap, and Evelyn and Hakat need to make a con save. So 13.
All right, so Hakat, and then Evelyn.
They both pass.
Mm-hmm.
So no damage.
Okay.
And then that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Gold Dew.
I'm gonna put myself between the dog and the chicken.
Okay.
Say no, bad dog, bad. And I'm just gonna kind of try and push it away with my staff. I'm not trying to necessarily really hurt it. I just want to get it away.
Okay. Okay, so give me a... It's kind of like a shove attack.
Yeah.
So give me a strength check. Or actually, I'll even go so far as give me an athletics check. Okay. You are able to push it back 5 feet.
And I'll just stay away. Stay away.
Okay.
And I'll be ready if something else comes for the chicken.
All right. Renton, that brings us back to you.
I feel so sorry for Toby. No!
Yeah. Well, plus 4 health.
You're blessed.
Oh, that's right.
If you roll a 4, it'll help. There you go. That is
there you
just
go.
enough. All right. Which one are you hitting?
Toby.
Okay. Toby is unconscious. Okay.
And I'll stay there. I got 3 on me.
All right. Mala, that brings us back to you.
All right, I'll attack this little one again.
Okay.
Oop, I didn't mean to do two-handed, but it doesn't matter. I'll just roll the...
Definitely gonna hit.
And it's 1d8 plus 3 at one-handed is what it should have been.
Okay.
So 7.
Okay. They are also unconscious. All right. So then, Leaf, that brings us to you.
I try to catch my breath. Let's see if this. Hey, so, well, back to full health. That's good.
Did you do second wind?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll take a rapier swipe.
Okay. At Evelyn? Yeah, that hits.
And all the extra 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was, yeah, okay. All right, so she is officially now bloodied. All right. Yildris.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile at Velen. I guess that's who
Okay.
is Velen.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't know if it's an attack roll because I've got no attack modifier.
It
to
is. You just roll, it's
Not
just
attack roll,
damage.
it's just damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it automatically hits. Okay, so, all right. Well, you're consistent on the 3s right there. So,
Yeah.
all right, 9 points of damage, and she is officially bloodied. All right. With that, let's see. High Cat is going to again attempt to attack the fairy. Yep, that's working really well for them. Evelyn is going to disengage and run as far as she can. Valen is also going to disengage, grabbing Toby, and going to get to there. Renton, if you want, you could have an attack of opportunity on Toby, because Toby cannot technically disengage. But Valen did. So it is up to you if you want to take that attack. That will hit. He has 1 failed death save. Okay. Alright. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and see how they do for the other death saves here. Okay, that is a failure for the halfling and a success for Toby, so he's 1 and 1. Alright. Okay. And then this guy, seeing that his halfling friend is down, he's gonna stay and take a swing at Zamal. Oh, that was almost a 20. Oh, that was almost a 20, and that didn't work.
15 points away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but it was so close on the die. All right.
Sure.
And so that brings us back to our fairy up there. Oh wait, no, sorry, dogs.
Dogs, yes.
Dogs. Dog will come back to you, Goldu, and try again to bite you. 15 hit.
Yep.
3 points of damage, and I need a strength saving throw, please. You are knocked prone. Alright. That's all he can do, but you are knocked prone. Alright. And then this one is going to attack Renton. 20 to hit, and I need a strength saving throw from you as well. 4 points of damage. Okay. 12 is enough for you to stay up. Alright. Goldu, I assume you're going to stand up.
Actually, I was next.
Or, sorry, that's right, you were next. Never mind.
problem.
Alright, there you go. So, Foxora.
Okay, I'm gonna hold out my rapier to Hakat
Uh-huh.
and say to him, look, it is clear your team is outmatched. You really, really should convince your people to leave. If not, we will be forced to finish this, and it will not be pretty.
Intimidation or persuasion, your choice.
I want persuasion, because
Okay.
I'm not trying to be intimidating. I'm literally trying to state facts here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to go persuasion.
Okay. Okay. You see, as you say that, he looks around, and for the first time he notices that 2 of his people are unconscious and 2 of them are very bloodied.
Going to, did that count as an action, or was that a free movement?
I'll give you
free
that.
action?
I'll give it to you for free. It's fine.
Okay, then I'm going to disengage,
Okay.
showing that I'm being serious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to disengage and move back to here,
Okay.
but still holding my rapier up.
Okay.
And that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Goldu.
I'm gonna say, listen to her. Take your dogs and your friends and go.
Are you
And
standing up?
yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold my action if anybody is aggressive, if the dog tries again or whatever.
Okay. All right. Renton, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll put my rapier up, and I can't move, so I'm still.
You can disengage.
Yeah,
as your
I'll
action.
disengage.
Yeah.
Yeah, disengage.
Okay. So where are you going to move to?
I'll move over to by Yildris.
Okay. All right. Zormala, what are you doing?
Well, I'll attack this one. Siren
Okay.
is his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will attack him.
Okay.
I will spit on him.
Okay. Well, that was almost a good roll. He immediately falls unconscious.
Wow, 1d12. I rolled a 12. That's
You
not-
did. You rolled good.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Max damage.
Wow.
All
So are
right.
those others running away from us?
They are.
Well, I'll move to get to this one, Evelyn.
Okay.
Are they afraid of us? Is that what it is?
They have disengaged and they're running. Yeah.
Running for their lives, literally.
Literally.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay. Leaf.
So the bonus action put another bolt in my hand crossbow and point at him
Okay.
and just point to his three friends, I guess.
Okay.
And I'll hold my action E try to be aggressive and attack again.
Okay. Ilderis.
Okay. I think it's a wood elf. My movement's 35 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Okay. I'll just kind of sigh to myself, take 30 feet of movement and go to there.
Okay.
Cast Spare the Dying on this one.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, first we're gonna do the 2 death saves to see what happens here. First one is. Oh no. That's a. Oh no. Oh no. That guy. That first guy. Oh, that was a good thing that that was the first number. The second number was on Toby. And because Renton did the attack of opportunity, he is dead.
Toby!
Mm-hmm. Toby is dead.
But we don't know their names.
No, you don't actually know their names.
Well, why did I say that? Never mind.
Guy without shirt and red hair.
Uh-huh. Yep. All right.
It just doesn't have the same effect
It does-
when you call it out.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't. All right. As that happens, you see Valen is just screaming now, and you see Highcat go run over, grab him, disengage, and go. Valen turns, grabs the halfling that's there, and goes. And Evelyn will disengage and go as well. And as you hear a whistle, the dogs will go as well.
Thought we'd gotten a party mascot.
You have a chicken.
Remember, I spared your friend. I'm gonna yell that as they take off.
So with that, they will vacate this area, having gotten in way over their heads and in fact lost a party member in the process. But you have successfully kept your truffles and, well, now know that Sam Pippin is also looking for truffles, but they didn't quite do as well as they thought. So,
To the tavern to deliver our truffles and relay this information to Chuck. Y'all think that's a good idea, guys?
I believe so. That
Sure.
probably be the best.
okay, so you head back to the tavern with Marge in tow. And
Marge is okay. Marge
Marge
didn't get
is
hit or
totally
anything.
fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, March is totally
I'm
fine.
gonna be carrying Marge and telling her what a good truffle hunting chicken she is.
She is a good truffle hunting. Do you want to shoot one with your crossbow? If you want.
Yep.
If you want. I mean,
Well, there's the dead
You
body.
won't.
You can use it as a
target practice. Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need.
So, once returning to the tavern, all right. Let's see. Let's go tavern ambiance here. All right. You you see that the people in here now, there's not very many people at all. It seems, it is late. But Chuck has a full bedtime charcuterie platter waiting for you as you arrive.
Excellent.
Upon telling him about the other adventuring party, he is a little concerned, but nonetheless completely proud of Marge the Truffle Chicken, as well as yourselves, for your success in locating the handful of Elmwood truffles. You are more than welcome to stay the night, and he has already set aside a couple of rooms for you. And he says, there is a couple of rooms, and they already have, I've left gifts in there for you. And so he has 2 rooms set aside for you. Personalized with the rooms and beds for each of you, complete with a set of jagged chicken pajamas and a chocolate on the pillow.
Oh, now this is a high-class place.
It is.
Chocolate on the pillow.
I mean, right? It's like he appreciates you or something.
Oh, that wasn't sarcasm. I'm legitimately saying that.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right. So with that, after the charcuterie plate and the freshly pressed pajamas and the chocolate, you are able to get a long rest. And although it is a little bit early, we are going to go ahead and take our break right here. Because I just ran out of drink, and it's like I talk a lot and might need another one. So we're going to take our break right here, and we will be back in just a few minutes for the continuation of this story. So we will be right back. All right, and we are back. I just want to put it out there that we have amazing people in our lives, and they have so very graciously helped with the Extra Life donations, as we now officially have $500 that we have in our Extra Life account for this year, thanks to some amazing donations. Oh, thank you for shouting out Jay Luna. I meant to do that. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for those donations. I'm so excited.
I'm looking at the map. There's a giant chicken on a bearskin rug.
Which link to Discord? To Discord, the Extra Life one?
Yeah, the donation under the team name.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it was.
I can do that. I can
You
definitely.
can also join our team.
You can actually join. I'm actually looking for 7 people to join Team DMS Adventures Tavern for Extra Life before the 28th of September. And if you do so, you actually get a $10 donation kicked off your fundraising. So in doing that, we actually, and I figured this out, if I can find 7 people to join our team, that's $10 each for those 7 people. That's $70. And I, as a captain, get a bonus $100 for finding you 7 people, which would be an extra bonus $170 for the kids. So,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
And all you got to do is sign up, and hopefully, any money is for the kids.
Yeah.
So. And you can actually choose a different hospital than the one that I go to. You can choose your local one and still be on the same team.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
So, something to look forward to. All right,
Yeah.
let us get back to this crazy adventure that is, yeah. All right. So
You picked it. You love it.
I love it so much because it's like, okay, I have to let you in on a secret. If it isn't us watching something D&D, we are either watching something cooking show, or we're watching something that is a kid's cartoon something.
No, we do not watch kids' cartoons anymore.
What were we watching earlier?
Did y'all watch Sandman this week?
No.
No. Okay, we do watch some kids.
Thank you very much. Some kid stuff.
Okay.
So,
Because I think Sandman would have been up y'all's alley, so I was actually going to ask if y'all had been watching it.
no, but that's on my list of things that I was told that I need to watch. So,
I love it.
but it's really
It's
funny
very good.
because
Very good.
we watch a lot of like Iron Chef and those kind of shows.
Kitchen and stuff.
And so it's like when I read this, I was like, oh, yeah. Yep. mhm.
I was at the doctor's office and they had this kid's cartoon on and it was really cute, okay?
All right, let's do this, shall we? Okay, so you guys have a long rest ahead of you. For those of you that looking directly at the cleric and the druid want to switch out your spells, this would be the time to do that.
Okay.
Because you two, being the types of characters that you are, have access to all of your spells of that level, so you can actually change out your spells.
Ooh,
Which is
do
kind
I get my
of-
spells back?
Which is kind of a pain when you go, oh crap, I didn't choose the right ones. What was that, Bob?
I was just joking. I have 2 spells. They're always the same.
Yours are racial, though. Those don't count.
It's hard to
Very
choose
funny.
between them, right?
Hey, rude.
All right. So Marge has gone back to the chicken coop. You guys have a long rest.
With a big fat worm. I went into the garden
Okay.
when we got back and searched for the biggest, fattest worm I could find for her so that she could have a big fat worm to say thank you.
Perfect. Okay. So the next morning, you come downstairs, and you see that Chuck is in the dining room, and he says, "Well, good morning, Rise and Shine adventurers. How'd you all sleep?"
Flea, you have some great noises in your wood area. I love it. Your town is perfect.
I agree. Well,
Those pajamas are so comfortable.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed them. Some people just want to give out, a mug or something for staying here, but you can always use an extra set of pajamas, right?
Yes.
Well, we've got one full day before we have the Adamantine Chef competition, and in order to beat Sam Pippin, I think we're going to have to step up our game big time. Last night, I came up with something that I'm going to need a very important ingredient, and I have a bit of a challenge for you today. I need you to go pay a visit to the BBEG of this adventure.
I thought that's this other guy. He doesn't seem like a good guy.
Oh, no. Sorry. Now, that's not... I'm not talking about Pippin. No. There's a chicken that goes by the name the BBEG. It acts as a queen of all of the feral chickens in the Elmwood Forest. I believe that it's supposed to stand for the big bad evil Galena, but I'm not quite sure. Now, my chickens have reported to me that there is a chicken of legendary prowess and size that lives in a lair in the forest, and that's the one they refer to as the BBEG. Now,
Bigger than Marge?
That's what they say. Now, my chickens are fearful of the BBEG, as they believe that the rumors is that this is a chicken god and the biggest, baddest chicken around. Now, if that's true, then one of its eggs would be, well, the best ingredient that we could have. As well as, any chicken meat you could get your hands on, of course.
Chickens are weird around here.
I mean...
Good weird, but weird.
It's true. It's true. Now, hopefully...
We can do this. I think we've got this.
Okay, well, I've got some things for you to take with you, and but let me. And he raises his hand, and you see a couple of servers come over with full platters of breakfast for you, as well as you see cups of coffee brought over, the full smorgasbord kind of concept. There's some cups of ale for those that don't want coffee. And he says, I will be back in a few minutes. I've got some stuff for you. You all enjoy your breakfast, and I'll be back in a few minutes. And you see that he walks off back into the kitchen. And, you guys have a few minutes to enjoy your food and enjoy, the time you have together this morning with breakfast.
Well, I should have picked different spells.
See, I told you. All right.
I almost did, but then I didn't.
You totally indulging in the bottomless. Well, it seems bottomless because they're pretty big.
Again, I'm really little.
Yeah. That's why I've said they seem really big.
I didn't tell everybody. I'm 2 feet 3 inches.
Yep.
I'm really little. I'm technically a small, not a medium.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're 5 feet shorter than I am.
Mm-hmm.
You're like the size of their head if you stand on their shoulder. Pretty close.
I will return the favor that you did for Nyx, and if you need a ride anywhere, you just let me know.
Turnabout's fair play, right? So, as you enjoy your food and drinks, it isn't too long before Chuck walks back in and returns with a very flamboyantly plumed chicken with red, green, blue, and yellow feathers. Now, I mean, you're not completely surprised at this because, you did meet Marge, the, truffle hunting chicken. But then you realize that this chicken is also wearing tiny chicken-sized armor and has talons that appear to be as sharp as a sword. And he says, "This is Steve, the adventure chicken. He is fearless and respected by all the chickens in the coop, as well as some of the feral chickens out in the forest. I bring him with me anytime I go hunting for the jagged drumstick. He will go with you and lead you to the BBEG."
Mighty Chicken Warrior. Amazing.
Right.
I like this chicken.
And
Go, Steve.
and you see Chuck also hands each of you a small knapsack filled with sandwiches, dried fruit strips, and granola bars, as well as a small jug to each of you. And he says, "This is habanero adventuring juice."
That sounds interesting. Is there anything we should know about habanero adventuring juice?
Well, it is brewed with some freshly picked habaneros and local seasonal hops. A sip of this brew will make you think that you can breathe actual fire.
Like dragon?
Like a dragon.
Nice.
It is officially a potion of fire resistance.
Fire resistance. That's so cool.
Habanero adventuring gear. Or adventuring juice.
I like that. I love that.
All right. So,
Is there anything we need to know specifically to help Steve?
well, Steve has ventured out into this area before, and he knows the way, so you should be easily enough to follow him.
Does he like the habanero potion?
He does not. He does not. Now,
I will not share.
today is definitely going to be a hot one. Not a cloud in the sky, and it is definitely a scorching heat today. But he says you should be able to get there with no problems. Steve will lead you the way. So, it seems that there is no necessarily any specific things for Steve. No. Okay. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, you saw Uncle Cooper did a treat time. How the hell do you know, buddy? How do you know?
You did not realize your cats could read, did you?
He's magic. He just knows.
Dylan can actually tell time. I once told him, no, you have a half an hour, exactly 30 minutes.
I am going to use my druid craft
Okay.
to see if I can ascertain the weather for today.
Okay. It is extremely hot.
So I am seeing a golden orb for clear skies, I'm assuming that means?
It is clear skies. Not a cloud in the sky.
Okay. I just figured I've never tried that option of Druidcraft before, so I figured I'd try it this time.
Yep. Exactly. So yeah, so there's that. Okay. And all right. So what I would like from all of you is just a simple survival check for you as you venture out into the forest again with Steve the Adventure Chicken in the lead.
Steve is giving us all the stuff.
All of the things. Yep, he is doing quite well. Good job, Steve.
Wow.
Well done, Steve.
Yep.
I'm proficient.
You are proficient.
I have a
And
plus
Steve?
5.
I didn't realize one could be proficient in Steve.
Well, she's supposed to be proficient in survival, but if anybody's going to be proficient in Steve, you would think it would be Renton.
Yeah, I think Renton probably is proficient in Steve based on what I'm seeing.
Uh-huh.
Can I use an ashy advantage?
You could use an ashy advantage if you buy an ashy advantage. Okay, that's better. Okay. All right. So with that, yes, you definitely can get a little bit better idea at that point. Good job. All right. So the terrain here, much like the terrain was last night, the Elmwood Forest is the ancient and dark woods. And as you get into this forest, Chuck was not lying when he said it was going to be a hot one, but thankfully the trees provide much needed shade. The Elmwood Forest is inviting but dim due to the large elmwood trees blocking out the sun in certain places. And there seems to be a symphony of songbirds can be heard flitting throughout the canopy above. And as the sun starts to warm the trees, the fresh scent of hardwood complements the sights and sounds of the forest. All right.
Before we move, I'd like to cast Aid on Renton, Foxora, and Goldu.
Okay.
You.
All right.
Thank you.
So, Foxora. All right. And
Go ahead and add 5 to max and current hit points.
all right, there you go. So you now have 5 more max hit points for the time being. All right. Okay. So after, is there anything else that anybody else would like to do before as you guys are traveling?
I just redeemed an ashy advantage.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that,
Uh-huh.
but I'm just gonna bank it.
Okay, that's
in-
probably
on my
not a
sheet.
bad plan. Okay.
I'm just gonna be talking to Steve.
Okay.
I almost took Speak with Animals and Animal Friendship. I was like, nah.
Nah. So, after adventuring through the Elmwood Forest for what felt like days, Steve the Adventure Chicken has bravely led you to a most peculiar sight. As you look around in front of you, you see what looks like tall and thick elmwood trees give way to a forest glade no bigger than the jagged drumstick. However, you see almost a tiny village appear, with dozens of chickens, with larger chickens seemingly guarding a large dugout from the hillside. The light clucks and balks by the village chickens is suddenly pierced by a roaring bark, 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 coming from the assuming lair of the BBG. Now, Steve, immediately lets out a very concerned bark, bark, and then he stares at you for a moment before lowering his head and just charging full Steve speed into the cave. Into the entrance to the cave.
Do we get on the stand and say, wait here or something?
He looked at you, stared at you a moment, and then he just charged in.
I took Steve's motions personally
Okay.
as follow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rise 5 feet in the air and then proceed forward 25 feet.
Okay.
Actually, Susan,
Uh-huh.
quick question.
Uh-huh. Okay.
What would a chicken language be?
Chicken.
Was this a language?
Nope.
God damn it.
Imagery work though? Could imagery work?
Sorta.
I mean, I can talk to him, but I can't really. He doesn't answer.
Yeah. It's not a language.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Nope.
That'd be
Steve's on a
fun.
mission.
But as you
I'm gonna go running in.
as you guys move forward, like he has dashed, As you move forward, out of the cave comes a sizzling fireball that leaves the two guards at the entrance fried.
Fried chicken?
Fried chicken.
Ooh, it smells good.
It seems like the BBEG is no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink the thing right now.
You can use your action to drink the thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
That's a
idea.
good idea.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
Also, everyone, please, let's not forget the free fried chicken.
All
We'll
right.
take these guys with us when we're done.
Okay. So you all of you who drank it have resistance to fire damage for 1 hour.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, do you go running in after Steve? Because the fire,
Oh, yeah.
the fire looks like it would have been right where Steve just went.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Got my weapons out, steel, everything.
All right.
Yeah, we trust Steve. We trust Steve. Steve would not lead us to
The mighty chicken followers rush.
Mm-hmm. With that, as you come up and get to the entrance, who's the first one through the cave door?
Well, who's the fastest?
Your cleric
Yeah,
at
probably.
35.
Well, aren't there all these feral chickens in the way?
There are, but they are moving.
Away from us.
Uh-huh.
They don't eat fried chicken either.
They don't want to be fried chicken either.
Okay, that should be
That
35.
was 30 feet, so okay.
Okay.
I guess what is this? What are these
Those are tent, like, huts.
huts? Okay.
Chicken huts?
Chicken huts. They've made a little village, so yeah. So as you come into the entrance of the cave, you catch your first glance at the grandeur of the BBEG, and your suspicions are confirmed. This is no ordinary chicken. The BBEG's feathers seem to be made of flame itself as she flies around her lair angrily. Scattered throughout the lair are corpses of other humanoids that have met the burning embers of this god chicken. You notice Steve, thankfully, is not a pile of ashes, but he appears to be incredibly injured and burned. Steve lets out a defiant "Clock buck" as he tries to stand up to continue his quest. And, by the way, this is...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chicken dragon!
Dragon chicken.
Yep. Yeah.
Susan?
I mean, we all know that chickens are merely small dragons.
They are
we
just-
all know this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but aren't we level 1? And
Uh-huh.
only have one level 3?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh.
Well, this is fun.
Uh-huh.
What could go wrong?
I mean, what really could go wrong?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything
Yep.
could go wrong.
Everything could go wrong. Yep. So,
Chicken again. We want meat is like a secondary thing. What was our main thing we wanted from the chicken again?
egg.
Egg.
A
That was it.
large egg.
Egg. Do we see anything that looks like it could be a nest in this area?
Possession check?
In what we can see, because like we're not quite in yet, so I
You're
understand
not.
we can probably only see like straight ahead of us.
I would say, not really from this location.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we need to get in there, guys. We have to find this nest.
I have an idea. How this thing works. Sorry, I need to read something.
It's okay.
I'm going to use one of my herbal things and cast detect magic,
Okay.
since a magic fireball came out of there.
Okay.
I'll use that till it's around.
Okay. So, detecting magic, you actually do not detect any magic around you. Nope.
Okay.
Well,
Hey,
I'm just gonna
Susan.
have-
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say I move in
Okay.
and use my action to blend into the wall, and hopefully the ticket didn't see me.
Okay.
Because of this, am I reading this right?
When you aren't wearing armor, it gives you the base armor class of 13 plus your dex. As an action, you can change the color of your, in essence, skin to match the color and texture of your surroundings, giving you advantage on dex stealth checks to hide in those surroundings. Okay.
Blend in with the walls.
Sure. Do you have no armor on?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's kind of my main idea for this guy.
Okay. Sure.
I guess I'll try to blend the wall close to where Steve is. Wow.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, please. Ragnarok says fireball the chicken. The chicken fireballed the other chickens. Alright, so you feel pretty stealthy as you can move to be like right there.
Alright.
You feel pretty hidden. Okay. So what are the rest of you doing?
I'll go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in and try and run straight for Steve if I can get there.
Okay. So you see that this super large chicken is flying about 5 feet in the air. And it's like just, as you guys were kind of waiting and watching, they were kind of just like flying around the room. And it's once you come in the room that you actually see that all around you are red and black eggs the size of casks of ale.
Where?
All around. Everywhere around here. There's a bunch of like eggs that you would have to hold with 2 hands to be able to carry. They are the size of a small cask of ale.
I want to try and use my healer's kit on Steve.
Okay. Well, it is, as you enter in, I need all of you to roll initiative. Nice roll there, Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2.
I wish I could roll that good on my attack.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, perfect. All right. So, Goldu, you are up first.
I still have detect magic up too.
You do, yes.
But yeah, I want to use my healer's kit on Steve.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
Nope, never mind. I don't have a healer's kit. That's an herbalism kit.
Okay.
Oops. Yeah. Do I see any magic?
You do not. Nope.
Okay, then I am going to instead. I'm going to try and cast Entangle to entangle
Entangle her?
BBEG.
Okay. So you're going to cast Entangle there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So she is currently 5 feet up. 20-foot square starting from the point within range. For the duration, those plants turn the ground into difficult area.
It doesn't say how high they.
It does not. Sure. I'll let it work. Okay. They must do a strength saving throw. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. That is not good for her. Okay, so she is officially entangled. All right.
And
Arg.
magic is gone.
And what, Tor?
Detect magic is gone.
Okay, detect magic is gone. Okay. All right, but you are concentrating on the entangle. Okay.
Just gonna move Steve.
All right. So then, Foxora.
Okay, I am going to move to right here.
Uh-huh.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, I have to move one closer. Okay, I'm going to cast Bane on her.
Oh, okay. All right. Give me just a second here. Had to reload because it was freaking out. All right. All right, and that
She's not very charismatic.
is a charisma save, right?
Yep, Charisma 13.
You know, Mala is very strong. She could just pick up an egg and we could run out of here
It's true, you could.
while she's entangled.
Okay.
She is a
well
very
then,
charismatic, extremely
clearly
big
she is.
chicken.
I was thinking that dragons usually are, but I figure I'd give it a shot.
Uh-huh.
And then I have another 5 feet of movement, so I'm going to move back here, and I'm going to use my bonus action to give Yardris Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that?
Yildris.
Yildris, thank you.
Yildris.
Yildris, thank you.
All right.
You have Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. So Mala, you can grab an egg and run if you want.
Well, not if the party's not privy to it. Not if they're gonna.
If you yell it, we'll do it.
So what are you gonna do?
What would she do? She fights. Sorry, guys. She'll run up to here. How far away is the BBEG here?
10 feet from you. And 5
10
feet
feet
up.
from me?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That is a con save.
Right. Which is pretty easy to make for most.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's all I can do. That's the
Okay.
max.
You'll just.
Do we have a place on the map where the eggs are marked?
No, they're literally all around.
Okay, so anyone who's able to pick one up could just literally lean over and pick one up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be looking around to see if I see one near me. So.
They are. They're red and black eggs are all around.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to stay where I am and cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
No.
Well, I'm going to be burning through everything then. I'll use the Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. Here, I'll draw little eggs around.
Thank you.
Welcome. They're the size of casks of ale, so I mean, you know.
And my Pupspiration.
Okay.
That's only up to 11. Okay.
No, 6 plus 4
No,
plus
that's
6.
11 plus 4 plus 4. 11
Yeah.
plus 4 would be 15, right?
Well, you have your 6
Oh, yeah.
from the natural
Okay.
1 plus
Right.
plus 4.
Plus 16.
Well, so 16.
Yeah, 16. I don't want to tell you the answer. I don't want to tell you the
Not
answer.
good enough.
It is not hit.
I didn't say. Yeah.
Okay.
17.
It's a 17.
I'm with everybody. Grab an egg and go. I'm yelling. I'm literally yelling this. I'm not trying to be sneaky or anything. I'm yelling this. Grab an egg and go.
Okay. All right. So Renton, what are you doing?
How much do these things weigh?
They are,
I mean, a cask of ale.
they must be carried with 2 hands, as they are quite large and slightly hot to the touch. It doesn't specifically say how large it is.
Oh, jeez.
But I
gonna-
will tell you this, that the bodies that are scattered around you, a lot of them have capes on, or cloaks on, that have a certain Kickin' Chicken logo on the back.
Okay.
This is the last part that we.
Not necessarily the ones that you guys saw, but some of them, yeah.
But that group, but
That
that,
gr-
they're
that-
representing that
Uh-huh.
kitchen.
Yep. Yep. So, Renton, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go grab an egg.
Okay. All right, you go in and grab an egg. All right. So you now have an egg. Okay. And as you do, the BBG just lets out this crazy, like, kind of between a cluck and a roar.
Oh, gee.
So you, yeah, you can run, like, right in there and grab an egg, and then, do you run back out, or do you stay there? What are you doing?
I'm gonna run back out.
Okay.
Just to see what she does.
All right. So you grab that egg, and you run back just outside the door. And so you guys know you have 1 egg. She is just roaring, like, she is...
We only needed 1 egg, right?
Correct. Yep.
If you're closer to an egg, grab another one just to be on the safe side.
I'm
yelling this again.
I'm gonna see if her breath weapon recharges. Oh, it does not. Oh.
Ooh, man.
To live another day.
Okay.
Or at least another
5 minutes. Yeah.
5 minutes.
Uh-huh,
Exactly, another round.
All right. So entangle. To remind me here. Let's see. Use your action to make a strength check against your spell save to get out. Okay. And she will try to pull against the vines and be stuck right there. Apparently. Okay. All right. This is not looking great for the BBEG right here. Just saying. All right.
The VDG is a chicken dragon.
It's a chicken dragon. It's a chicken dragon. Yep. All right. So being that you are the closest person
I
here.
yell something too.
What?
I want to yell something.
Okay. What are you yelling?
Somebody get Steve. I can grab an egg.
Okay. These 2 are going to not see Leaf. Let's see. And then this one's gonna go running after the stolen egg that just went out the cave door. So we've got 2 what are feral chickens. And just for reference, these feral chickens look very feral.
They look like the cockatrice.
They are cockatrices.
Oh shit.
1 against Yildiris. Yep, that worked well. And 1 against Renton. Renton, does a 16
And it
hit
hit.
you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Now here's the problem. I need a con save from you, please. Cause this is where it's gonna make the difference for these feral chickens.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Become stone.
I'm only 4 feet tall. Somebody pick me up. Is this chicken named Medusa?
Right?
Must repeat the saving throw at the end of next turn. Okay.
You start to begin to turn to stone.
Without and the egg just drops, I'm assuming.
Well, no, it's still in his hands. We'll say
Okay.
the stone starts from the bottom of his feet. But you are currently stuck in place. All right, Leaf.
Okay, I'm seeing this happen, right?
Well, you saw the chicken go run after Renton. So you look back and you see that the bottom of his feet, his boots, start to turn to stone.
Now, I pick up acid is a free acid, is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, my idea is my free acid is to pick up the egg with my main arms.
Mm-hmm.
But use my secondary arms to fire at this chicken.
At which chicken?
The one that's trying to pacify
Okay.
basically use the secondary arms to attack and the main arms to pick up the egg.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Sure. I don't know if his surname is Tin, but it's gonna be.
I'll use the acid to make that.
Okay. That will hit. For 8 points of damage. Okay. It is still up.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm going to move with the egg and be right next to him.
Okay, you are no longer hidden.
Huh?
You are no longer camouflage
Yeah,
hidden.
I know the minute I attack, I'm no longer hidden.
Yep.
Wait, I was hidden, so that would be...
You would have an advantage, yeah. Yep.
Oh, I say I'd use my ashy.
Yeah,
anyway.
so you didn't need your ashy. Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay. Gold do.
I'm gonna yell again. Somebody get Steve.
Well, you saw Leaf just grabbed an egg and left.
I know, but that doesn't mean it's gonna.
Well, in other words, you could grab Steve, because that's 2 eggs you've gotten so far. I'm just saying, you're the closest one to Steve right now.
I know, but I'm also the one most likely able to carry it because I count as a size larger for carrying.
True.
Okay, I am going to pick up an egg for my action, and then I'm going to bonus action healing word Steve.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that healing word. 7 points. Steve is all better. Okay.
Why are we saving Steve?
Because Steve is
belongs
the
to the
invention
order.
chicken.
Hey, Steve's the adventuring chicken.
I'm gonna say, Steve, let's go, and run.
Okay. So you could go like to right there. And Steve will come with you. Okay. Foxora,
Okay.
you saw 3 eggs just go out the door.
Yep, I did. I'm going to go ahead and use my disengage action,
Okay.
and I'm going to proceed. I'm 10 feet in the air, so I'm
Okay.
going to proceed to right there. Actually, if I'm 10 feet in the air already, I was not within
You were
the
not.
chicken's melee.
Nope.
Oh, then I don't need to use disengage then,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my dash then.
Okay.
So that was my movement, and then this will be my dash.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Zormala. You see that
Is everybody running?
They are.
Yes, get the hell out.
Do we have plenty of eggs?
We
have
have 3.
3.
We have 3. So I can still use my action on this thing, right? The
You
BBG.
can. Yep.
I'll try again and then
Okay.
start running.
All right.
Ah.
Almost.
Ah, so close.
I can't use my pup for that, right?
Nope. Can't pup your save requirement. No.
I know.
Are you gonna? Okay, there we go. Free action. Are you
We
grabbing
have
an
enough
egg?
eggs, right? We have like 3 eggs.
You do.
Does somebody want somebody stronger? And we already picked up Steve, right?
Well, no. Well, Steve is right here. He is not picked up yet. He's just running by himself. Renton
okay.
is currently turning to stone, and there is a
Where's
feral.
Renton.
There, Renton's right here.
I'll pick up Renton when I get
When you
past.
get that far, okay.
Yeah,
You're-
I just flew over top of him. I can't pick him up. Sorry.
No, you cannot. All right.
I can pick him up though.
Yeah, I just did my calculation. My carrying capacity is 56 pounds.
Yep, you can barely carry you.
Yeah,
Mine's
I
like
figured Renton
255.
is more than 56 pounds.
Steve is
Mine
probably
is 255. I think I can manage him.
Steve is probably more than 52 pounds with his little plate armor. He'd be pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yep. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So, Yildris, what are you doing? You've got a chicken engaged with you right there.
Yeah, I'll take the disengage action.
Okay.
And
We weren't invited to the engagement party.
No, apparently not.
Oh, this is the disengagement party.
This is the
Oh, the
disengagement.
disengagement party.
25, 30, 35. All right, I'll go right there.
Okay. So, just for reference, y'all are in melee with another one. All right, Renton, I need you to please give me another Constitution saving throw.
Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, easily enough. On a success, the effect ends. All right, so yeah, that is a success. So you are no longer turning to stone.
Am I still swaddled by Z though?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Nope.
I thought she picked me up already.
Nope. Nope. All right. So that is the end of your next turn. So that is the end of your turn. All right. So unfortunately, yeah, you were turned into stone, and that was what you could do. Let's see if she gets her fire breath back. She does not. Damn it. All right. Let's see. So that is a strength save to try to get out of entangle. I think that one works.
I think so.
Yep. All right. So she is going to get out of that, and she's going to fly up 10 feet, and she's going to fly over here so she can look just straight at you guys. She can't do anything because she didn't get her breath weapon back, and that was her action to do that, to get out. So that's all she's got.
She probably wants her eggs back.
Probably, yeah. All right, so we've got that feral chicken's gonna come and try to attack Zormala with a bite. That is not gonna hit. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna roll a d6 to find out who the one in the middle goes for. It's going to start at 1 at Zamala and go all the way around, including Steve. That is number 2, so that will be Yildiris. Okay. And that is... An 11 is not going to hit you, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is never hit.
Alright, so Leaf, that brings us to you.
I'm still carrying the egg.
You are. All three
I
of
see
you.
Winton.
All three of you are still carrying eggs.
I see Winton is free.
He
mostly.
is. Yes.
I'm continue going to stop. Well, I'm going to burn that accent to roll my crossbow and take a shot again.
Okay. At this one. Okay.
Yeah, at disadvantage.
Okay. I mean, they don't have armor on. They're not like Steve, so their armor class is not super high, but it is higher than a 7.
No, I'm not gonna pop. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Gold do.
I am.
You know that they are no longer entangled.
I will say she's loose, and I will just run.
Okay. Are you... Okay.
Actually, I'll have Steve like hop on my shoulders, and then I'll.
Okay. Because you are considered large for capacity purposes, you can carry Steve and the egg. Yes. Okay. All right. And the question, though, is... Are you just moving? Are you dashing? What are you doing? How far are you going away?
What I'm gonna do is, as a bonus action, do hidden step, so I turn invisible,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna dash, run and dash and everything.
Okay. So that will be a disadvantage attack of opportunity as you disappear. So 14 hit you?
Yep.
Okay, so they're still going to try to take a bite at you. And so I need a con save, please. That is enough, so you are able to, with Steve and the egg, be able to dash all the way to the bottom of the map. Okay. You do take 4 points of piercing damage, though. All right, Foxora.
Okay, I am going to this feral one right here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on him.
Okay. Well, that's not very nice. Now is it? All right, so that is a wisdom save. They're super smart chickens. Yep, super smart chickens.
Smartest chicken.
Smartest
Okay,
chickens.
So he'll take those 2 points, and and then I will proceed, continue in the air. I'm still 10
Yep.
feet up,
Okay.
and I just continue 30 feet down, and I'm
Perfect.
leaving.
All right. Zormala, you've got 2 of them engaged with you. One of them has used their reaction already, just for pointing that one out. And then you got that large chicken that's still in the,
I'm going to attack this one.
Okay.
Pink. No.
13 will hit. Okay, you take a good slice at that chicken. Okay. All right, anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna still try keeping moving, but somebody's right in my way, so.
I am going to yell back, grab the fried chicken.
That would be
Yeah,
the
the fried chicken.
It's crispy fried. It wasn't dipped in batter or anything, guy.
Oh, Chuck could do something
More
with
like
it.
braised or broiled chicken than fried.
This is roasted.
Chuck can turn it into something good. Just grab it as you walk past it.
Well, I'm gonna keep moving.
Okay.
Try to get around these guys.
You can
I know-
step right there. Do you want to grab the chicken while you're there?
I'll grab the chicken. Is that an action? Or...
No, it's just a interaction.
Okay.
Okay, so you can grab the chicken as you go. All right, so.
And I'll keep moving. Do those guys get attacks on me?
So the one up here does, because he has not taken his opportunity attack, but the other one has already. So that is going to be a 17 to hit you. Does that hit you?
18 is what they
Okay,
need.
then there you go. They have both now used their reactions.
Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
There you go. All right. Yildris.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile on that one.
Okay.
And where is it?
I just want to get away from the breath weapon.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so... They are officially bloodied.
Okay, and he's used his reaction already.
Yes,
so
they both have.
I'm gonna do my movement. So
Okay.
I'll go to 15 feet, pick up this chicken,
Uh-huh.
and then 20 more would be what, like here?
Something like that. Okay. Renton.
I stomp my feet on the ground, look around, grab the egg, and run.
Okay. So 30 feet will get you there. If you dash, you can keep going.
I'll dash.
Okay. All right. Here's the question. All right, D6, come on. No! Dang it! She's still not getting her breath weapon back. Okay. There's only one person close enough for her to attack. You know what? Nah. It's not worth it. She's not doing it. She is mad, but she's coming for you later. As she is just fuming. But with all of that, you guys are able, with Leaf running after you, able to go back to the jagged drumstick with 3 eggs in tow and Steve the adventure chicken as well.
And fried chicken, technically.
And some fried chicken, technically.
Braised chicken.
Yeah, braised chicken. I agree with you. The assessment, we brought braised chicken back.
Well,
With the feathers on them, so.
he technically just said bring back chicken, so I mean...
Yeah, he didn't tell us how he wanted it.
It's
And
true.
the innards inside of them, too. Yuck.
And with that, he will prepare quite the elaborate full spread of hearty meals for each of you, along with drinks. And he says, and by this point, it is like evening by the time you guys get back. Next adventure, One Foul Soup Part 2, the chickening. Nice. Yep.
That's good.
All
That's good.
right.
This time it's personal.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the BBEG coming after the adventurers. Yep.
In a world.
Yep. All right. With that, he again prepares your rooms. Another chocolate mint on your pillows, but you have your PJs already. And so, yeah, there is that. By the way, one of the things that Adventure League modules have sometimes is quotes. And I happen to think that this one is highly appropriate due to the fact you guys just had roasted chicken. It's by my favorite, but my favorite remains the basic roast chicken. What a delectably simple dish. I had to come to believe that one could judge the quality of a cook by his or her roast chicken. Above all, it should taste, well, like chicken. It should be so good that even a perfectly simple buttery roast should be a delight. Julia Childs.
Completely agree.
Yep. Well, you just brought him back some, so there you go.
Amazing.
Having acquired the needed ingredients, Chuck says the next morning, as you guys now can have another long rest and get all of your spell slots back, all of your hit points back, all the things back. Changed out spells if you want to. Yes, you were. We actually were just talking about that last year. This time we were doing the other one shot.
You were ruining Ursula.
Yes.
And Futurama.
And Futurama. Yep.
What?
Yep.
Ruining her?
I watched Futurama again, and every single time I was like, oh no.
Sorry.
A whole new appreciation for the
Like, oh, Bob,
for that
please.
bot. All right.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good. Okay, so the next morning, Chuck, having prepared you again a quite large breakfast spread, and Steve being back out in the chicken coop with his buddy, and not in his armor anymore. Chuck asks you if you would be able to aid him in the Adamantine Chef competition. You've done so much for him so far that he would love it if you would aid him in this competition and truly show that the Jagged Drumstick is the better tavern within this town.
I mean, do we have anything
Of
to
course.
lose?
Of course.
You
we
have
will be
nothing
there.
to lose.
I want. Can I get one of the hats?
Well, of course.
Okay, yep.
But-
I'm sold. I'm in.
But not only that, I have, and you see, like, well, actually, sorry, I got ahead of myself. This would happen that night. He says, "Come, join me in the test kitchen." And so from the kitchen, you hear a multitude of crashes, clanks, and chopping sounds, accompanied by the affectionate words of affirmation by Chuck himself as he talks to his other sous chefs, and he says, "Shortly thereafter, your senses begin to be serenaded by the smells of butter, rosemary, truffle oils, finely baked chicken, and it is with that you see Chuck emerge from the kitchen with a large bowl of what appears to be chicken noodle soup. Inside, you see large, tender pieces of chicken, accompanied by finely chopped vegetables, herbs, fresh-cut noodles, and bits of sliced hard-boiled eggs. Shedding a small tear, Chuck wipes his hands and face and says, "This is it, my signature dish that my grandmother taught me how to make. This dish will surely win. These few changes to the recipe with the ingredients that you've acquired have exceeded my expectations for what it would taste like." And with that, he ladles out each of you a serving and garnishes each bowl with an extra drip of that beautiful elmwood truffle oil. And he says, "What do you think? Does it need anything? Also, it deserves a name. What should we call it?" So what does it taste like to you?
It tastes like the tears of Angel.
Aww. Gonna name it
Tastes
the
like a
Tears of
hug.
Angel. A hug. A warm hug.
Angelwood chicken soup. Instead of Elwood chicken soup, Angelwood chicken soup. I like that.
It is really amazing.
I like that name.
Yeah.
Okay. Angelwood chicken soup. Okay. Okay. He says, "Well, that is truly an excellent name for this dish. It truly honors, well, your bravery and assistance in acquiring." Actually, I spelled that wrong, but whatever. Your bravery and
Anglewood chicken
assistance.
soup is good too.
Englewood, that works. Your help has been tremendous so far. How would you feel about joining me during the competition itself? I could use your help in the preparation and cooking the meal itself. I'm sure you can pizzazz the judge, and that will surely make Sam Pippin and his team nervous. Right? I mean...
Does pizzazz mean removing entrails?
No, my dear friend, no.
No, but you can definitely help me in the preparation. The innards will have to come out of the chickens.
And we have seen that several of their members have already met their ends. So we can think fondly upon how their entrails look.
I would hope so. I mean, yeah, I heard that the one is not joining them anymore. Toby is, well, no longer with us.
It looked like at the chicken lair they may have tried to tangle with her as well,
Oh,
and not fared so well.
interesting. Well, that's quite interesting indeed. Well, hopefully that hopefully that means that they have a second-class group of of workers for cooking. Then, well, let's. One can only hope, I guess. And you see, he goes over to the counter and he pulls a small box out from behind it, and he hands you a bright green and red cloak emblazoned with a giant chicken drumstick on the back. And he says, "Here, one of our regulars owed me a favor, so I made her make us something to show off the jagged drumstick."
And I will place my cloak on with a big flourish so that it draws everyone's attention as I place it on.
It is a cloak of billowing.
Oh, awesome. Even better.
I will endeavor not to die in it like the others did in theirs.
Okay.
The wrong kind of advertising.
Definitely the wrong kind of advertising. Okay. And he says, "That is amazing." And you see that each of you, your names is embroidered on the front of each of the cloaks as you stop, and you have it on now. You see that your names are embroidered on. It's pretty fancy.
Dangerous in a kitchen with a lot of open flames, though.
Agreed. But
The billowing part.
agreed. I mean, yeah, probably let's not use that part for, when we are in the kitchen, but, well, I must say, get a good night's sleep, and we will definitely take this. The competition will take place in the town square tomorrow afternoon. Now, if anyone has any changes to the recipe that you feel we should try out, now would definitely be the time for that. I don't know if any of you have any changes that you feel would be appropriate, but if you do, I am willing to listen, most definitely. You have proved yourselves quite valuable. What do you mean, don't cook the eggs?
Well, it kind of ruins their flavor when they're.
Oh. But I don't want anyone to get sick from raw eggs.
They can be poached.
That's cooking.
What if they were
Oh,
not
it is. That's
fully?
right.
What if they were not fully cooked? Like, poaching would be an idea. Like, perhaps poached in the soup itself. Maybe that might be an idea. Just enough that it would get rid of any, well, problems. But, a hint of tarragon. Okay. All right, I will definitely try that out. Okay. All right, well, the plan is there will be 2 workstations. So this is going to be held in the town square. There will be 2 workstations, one for the jagged drumstick, the other one for Sam Pippin's Kickin' Chicken. Now, of course, we will need some help, chopping ingredients, flipping, stirring the pots, cleaning up messes, that kind of stuff, as well as cheering the team on, or distracting the other team, or anything else that you can come up with to help out. But whatever happens, I appreciate each of your help with this. Okay. Well, I will try it either way, and perhaps something will come to me in the night as, a solution. Oh.
I will just have spent part of that day hanging out in the chicken coop, Marty and Steve,
Okay.
because I prepared stuffed animals.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. So, with all of that, you guys are able to try to figure out if there's anything that you can add to this situation. Otherwise, you manage to get another long rest in, and we will fast forward to the final section of this module, which is the competition itself. Okay. All right. Well, then, the next day comes, the following afternoon. You all head over to the town square. Now, I didn't put them on there because I didn't want to slow down Roll20, but there are a bunch of people around cheering on the first ever adamantine chef competition that Elmwood has ever seen.
They're all yelling, "Go Chuck! Go Chuck!"
Elmwood Central Square has been transformed into quite the spectacle. A large stage has been built with 2 kitchen workshops set up on each end with a table for the judge in the center. Patrons of each tavern can be seen waving banners and shouting chants for their favorite tavern. You see some that are yelling, "Go Jagged Chicken! JAGGEDCHI!" And there's a pause. CKEN! What does that spell? The Adamantine Chef's Tavern! Wait, no. Wait, what? And then you hear another one that says, "If the chicken isn't kickin' delicious, then it isn't Sam Pippin's kickin' chicken." And it is about that time that the judge steps up and quiets everyone, and he says, "Now, without any further ado," and he looks at Chuck and he looks at Sam and he says, "Let the Adamantine Chef Elmwood Edition begin." And with that, my friends, you see that there are much of the same people that you saw before. However, there is one new face. As, you killed one of them. Go figure. All right, so this competition is comprised of 3 rounds. It's your birthday, right? Yeah. Each round, someone will describe what they're going to do, or each character will describe what they're going to do to assist with the competition. And you will need to make a check based on what you are going to do. However, they will also make ability checks on the other side. So, like, if one of you decides to chop vegetables, somebody on their team will also chop vegetables, kind of thing. At the end of 3 rounds, whichever team has the most points is the victor. So, for succeeding at the tasks, you get a point. So, all right. With that, we are going to go ahead and, let's see here, we're going to change it over. Who would like to start? Who would like to be the first person to start up this competition?
I want to chop vegetables with my eyes closed. Blindfold.
Okay. Sure. Chop
Can I cast a spell.
What spell would you like to cast?
Purify food and drink. Make sure everything is as awesome as it can be.
Okay. Sure. You can totally do that. Yeah, you can totally do that. All right. So we will say you did that before the competition started, because it would have taken you a little bit of time to go through everything to make sure it was good.
No, I just have to be within 5 feet.
Right. I'm just saying, like, to make sure that you got all of the things. All right. So you're gonna blind fight. Okay. So go ahead.
I'm gonna chop vegetables blindfolded.
All right. That is going to
high
be
speed.
an athletics check, please.
Come on. Don't fail. Oh, God. So I can't roll for shit tonight.
Don't feel bad. Neither can I. All right. Let's see. That's gonna be athletics. Would be strength. See? Told you. All right.
Oh, wow.
All right. So that
But I have
is.
advantage. I mean, I do have blind fighting, so I can do it.
Okay. So that was Samala. What are you doing? Who's doing? Who else is doing what?
I'll season the chicken.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go with let's turn that down a little bit. Let's see here. That would be I would say assisting Chuck with the recipe would either be history or investigation.
Okay. They're both about the same, so they are the same. So I'll just do this one.
As that is just an intelligence roll. Okay. All right. So you have 1 point. All right, because that was a success on your part. All right. Who's next?
I would like to do something if I can.
Okay.
I would like to fly 10 feet up in the air and then move 20 feet to where I just put myself. And I would like to cast Bane on Sam, Watzel, and Valen.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. That is charisma. So, Sam, Wanzi, and Valen. All right.
Okay.
So, you got Valen and Sam.
I'm awesome. And then I'm just going to stay here, but obviously next opportunity I get, I'll move back to where I was.
Okay. All right. So that is your part. Okay. All right. Anybody else doing anything else?
I'd help with the food prep.
Okay. So you chopping vegetables, you stirring the pot. What are you doing?
I'm skewering meats to roast over an open fire.
Okay. I was going to say, are you building, like keeping the cooking fire going? Making sure the food doesn't burn?
Yeah, make sure the food doesn't.
Okay. So that is insight or perception. Perfect. Okay. All right. Neither of you get a point. Yep. I'm doing well at this. All right. Okay. So that leaves okay. Goldu and Leaf, what are you guys doing?
I want to go last and
Okay.
use
Okay.
good berries
Okay.
as a last minute garnish of good berries.
Okay. So that would be in round 3 to garnish.
Yeah, last. Okay, then I'll chop something.
Okay, so if you're chopping, give me a athletics check. Okay. That is a point. And they will as well. And they did not. They're not doing very good. Okay. This may be an easy score because they're not doing so great. All right. So then, Leaf, that brings us to you.
Me and Wenton trying to keep the fire going. I'll do one as well.
Okay. So if you're keeping the fire going, it's a survival check.
Oh, survival?
Uh-huh. If you're making sure the food doesn't burn, then that's going to be insight perception.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Okay, sure.
make sure the food doesn't burn as well. What the? Why do you keep? Well, it's 20. That's nice.
That's 20. That's a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
don't know why it rolled at disadvantage.
Okay. Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'll take that as a good point. All right. So, okay, so that is round number 1. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to just give Chuck and Sam straight D20 rolls because they don't actually have stats. So that was for Chuck. And then a D20. And then they have a -4, right? Yeah, Bane.
Yeah, D4.
Yep.
Minus D4.
All right, that is a -3. So neither one of them gain you guys a point. All right. Okay, so that was round 1. Round 2. What are you guys doing now? We've got
What's the turn order?
just whatever turn order you guys want to do.
I'll take care of the fire.
Okay, so you're gonna actually keep the fire going. That is their survival check.
I'll make sure the food doesn't burn.
Okay.
Same here.
Insight
the same.
perception. Okay. All right. So we've got survival, which is wisdom. Okay. And then insight. Okay.
Can I add a pop to that? I have a pop,
You can.
so it's 17.
Ooh.
All right.
I'll try to chop some vegetables this time.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Same thing.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Chopping vegetables.
gonna do
Super, very good chopping there.
Yeah. I really should stay away from knives.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do the.
I do
the
pretty
food thing.
good at this time.
You did, yes. Okay. And Renton, what are you doing?
I'll stir the food.
Okay, so you're gonna. Okay, stirring the food would be. Stirring the pot would be acrobatics. That's
Okay, I'm sorry.
the
okay.
keeping it from burning would be perception or
Yeah,
insight.
I'll try acrobatic.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be worse though.
No, better. All right. You guys are you're working as a great team in doing this. That was everybody from that round. So then we've got Chuck. Come on, Chuck. Okay, and then we've got Sam with a -D4. Again, a 14 -3. Okay. All right, so Chuck has gained you another point. You guys are running right now, by the way. It is currently 9-4. This is the last round. Who's going first?
I'll start the pot.
Okay, acrobatics. That definitely gains you a point. All right, we'll see
Do
how.
the same thing, because I clearly can't chop vegetables.
That is a failure on their part. Okay, you definitely got a point there.
Nice.
I'm much better at stirring than I am chopping.
That is a failure on, or that is a success on their part. Okay.
I'll make sure the food doesn't burn.
Okay. That is perception or insight. Insight, definitely. Okay. Let's see. We've got Renton, Sormala, and Goldu.
Stir the pot.
Okay. Acrobatics.
I'm gonna do the
A garnish. Yep. Okay. So that is not. Nope. Okay. And then, Zormala, what are you gonna do?
Well, is this the final
This
step?
is the
I mean,
final round. Yep.
what would plating be, or I mean,
I would say.
what are we doing at this point?
I would say sleight of hand.
Well, I don't want to do that. I want to do something with my forte. I'm good at athletics.
Okay, so that would be chopping. We'll say chopping up the garnishes. So athletics. Okay.
I'll add another pup to that.
That's enough. That is enough. Nope, don't worry about it. Yep. That is enough. All right, and let's see how they're doing here. Nope. Okay. So gold do. I would say, yeah, it's gonna be dexterity to do the garnish. So, sleight of hand, please.
I will pop that.
I figured you might. Okay, that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is not quite enough. But it's okay because you guys have definitely skunked the crap out of them. All right. So let's see here. Give me 1 second. And all right. We'll stop that. We're gonna do this one. All right. So with that, you hear. Hold on. I'm getting background.
Echo. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure where it's coming from though, because it's not a consistent thing. All right. So as the competition comes to an end, it's coming from Bob. Okay. You hear.
What's coming from Bob?
I've got an echo coming from you, Bob. It's weird. I don't know why. All right. So you hear 3, 2, 1. The competition has ended. The judge shouts, "Please bring me your completed delicacies for me to judge." As you see, Sam and Chuck both wipe sweat from their brows before carefully bringing their dishes to the judging table. As the judge delicately takes a sip of Chuck's soup and scribbles some notes in his journal, and he says, "Wow, this is incredible. The flavors, they're a medley of my childhood with a tinge of savory and mature flavors." As you look over, you see that the opposite side is a fried chicken dish, oven fried chicken. You see, he takes a bite and he just kind of chews on it for a minute before a smile kind of creeps up his face, and he says, "Incredible! It's crunchy yet tender. It's spicy, but it's complemented by the sweet of the sauce. Both of your tavern teams have done a remarkable job today." And it's another moment, and he kind of goes back and forth between the two. And he goes back for another sip of the soup, and he goes back for another bite of the chicken. And then he takes a final sip of the soup, and before closing his eyes and nodding his head, he says, "This is it. This is the crowning chicken dish of Elmwood. Although Sam Pippin's Kickin' Chicken did an immaculate job, the jagged chicken fowl soup, known as the Angelwood chicken soup, has brought me comfort and happiness that no other dish has ever done before. Chuck, I officially name you the adamantine chef and award the jagged drumstick with the distinction of being the best tavern in Elmwood." And with that, you hear all of the cheers and the, and with that, it seems that you have managed to help Chuck to win this competition and become known as the best tavern in the town of Elmwood. with that, Chuck is so proud of you and your assistance in making this that he immediately tells you that you are welcome at any time to stay within the Jagged Chicken. And as a parting gift, he allows you to keep this cloak of the Jagged Chicken to take with you as a memento. There's 2 that are in competition, but there's several in Elmwood. And now, whenever anyone asks you about the drumstick on your back, just send them to the Jagged Drumstick, the best chicken in Elmwood. And with that, my friends, brings us to the end of our adventure for today. As our adventuring party has helped Chuck and the Jagged Drumstick to become the best tavern in Elmwood. Yay!
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 Good job, guys.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good.
That was fun.
Right? I
That was
told
pretty
you
fun.
it would be
That was
fun.
that was a fun adventure.
Yep, I told you it would be fun. And the best part is, because this is an Adventure League legal module, you get to take the Lantern of Truffle Hunting, the Cloak of the Jagged Drumstick, and you guys drank the Potion of Fire Resistance, so that doesn't really work. But you get to take those as your magic items to take with you. Yeah. One common,
Nice.
one uncommon, but it's still, yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, that was all kinds of awesome. I am super, super excited, and thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me for my birthday. I appreciate it. This has been so much fun. Yeah, I have to admit that, this is one of those places where I definitely like spending my birthday with my friends and playing games, and this is definitely that opportunity. So thank you guys for doing that with me. But until next time, just gonna go back over here to our schedule real quick. Just a reminder that we will be back here Friday for our Oracle of War D&D game, as well as Saturday. Now you're hungry because we had all this food stuff? Yeah, I know, right? All right. So, yeah. We will be back here on Friday for our Eberron Oracle of War, and then on Saturday for our Strict 7 College of Chaos, but then right back here next Monday for our Dragon of Icespire Peak adventure, where I hear rumor that there's a dragon on the roof of the building that they're in. So join us for that. But until next time, thank you guys so much for hanging out at DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure really is always on the menu. Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.